please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome back. We told you that there's some big news coming in on the aluminium sector, and that is that alumina prices, which we have been telling you have climbed, are now climbing, like almost no tomorrow, $601 per ton. Nigel D'Souza, who tracks this sector very closely, has given us that number. Nigel, tell us the trajectory of alumina prices.
Well, Lata, alumina prices have been on a big run because Brazil's one of their biggest refineries, that's Nox Hydro Alunorte, that did have a bit of a shutdown. So 50% of its capacity was shut down. At that point of time, the domestic alumina prices or Nalco's shipments were going at a price of around $350 to around $360 per ton. We got in touch with the management at that point of time, and on March 22nd, 2018, in fact, at that point of time, the prices had gone to around $395 on a per ton basis. Just in the first week of April 2018, those prices, they had spiked up to nearly around $475 per ton. Some on the street thought that maybe, in fact, that's already done its run now, 475. So the street was bracing with a number of around $500, $510, $520 on a per ton basis. But what we here at CNBC TV18 gather is that Nalco's last shipment has gone at $601 per ton. Now, that's much higher than what the street was working with. Just to tell you, why is alumina important for Nalco? One being that, in fact, 80% of its EBITDA comes in from the alumina business, and $601 per ton, I don't think we have seen that number in the last many years. In the last 5 to 6 years, at least, we haven't seen it. Remember, the last time we saw the prices move up was in October 2017. The prices went to around $520, $525 on a per ton basis. So Nalco definitely, getting a big boost even after the big run, because alumina prices $601 per ton. Sustenance of this level is going to be very, very important. And what happens to the aluminium producers that have to buy this alumina and go ahead and, in fact, make aluminium. So just keep this on your radar. We have been on top of this. So, in fact, we're just alerting our viewers, $601 per ton. Oof, that's a big price.
Okay. Get your point, Nigel. Thanks a lot for joining us. So that's Nalco. Mr. Tilson was also making this point that there is obviously
an enforced supply constraint in the alumina market.
Exactly. By the way, keep an eye on Hindalco also. There's news again from, I think it's from agencies that Glencore, one of the world's largest aluminium producer, that's declared force majeure on aluminium supplies. So obviously,
even aluminium prices
are actually on the way up. So, and I think Manisha was talking about this as well, that both alumina and aluminium prices are moving up, and that's the move that you're seeing on aluminium as well. That news would come.
That will be a double advantage for Nalco, because they sell alumina.
Yes.
Some of it they use in-house. Yes. So they are not paying the price that others pay for alumina because they use in-house. Yeah. And plus they have an advantage in the refining cost also going up, the product price going up. So it's an aluminium plus alumina advantage for Nalco.
Yeah, in fact, if you just pull out that, I think we'll flash that news again.
Okay.
But the only point here is that on Nalco, we've seen quite a bit of rally as well over the last few days. So that also is something that you would, keep on your radar. Yes, Nigel.
Right. Anu, just want to make a quick point about that. When the aluminium prices surge up, it is good for Hindalco because they're integrated over here. So whatever the price increases they enjoy, only in Novelis in the near term, they'll be buying, they're not totally integrated. So there's a bit of margin compression just in the near term. Longer term, it's positive for Hindalco. For Nalco, why is it positive? Because, in fact, of the alumina prices and aluminium, it's EBIT loss. Okay. So can they deliver a profit? That's the question. And the other one we're looking at is Vedanta. Because Vedanta, there's two plays there. One is the oil play and one is the aluminium play.
Fair point. Fair point. We will try and touch base with the companies as well. Thank you very much, Nigel, for joining us with those details. We have been speaking about power companies. NHPC has had a lackluster 2018 so far, with a 15% cut in the stock price. Mahesh Kumar Mittal, Director Finance and CFO at NHPC, joins us now. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. We were given to understand that you would have a problem because of lower snowfall.
Yeah, good morning.
I mean, there were some analyst reports suggesting...
Our generation is lower. Our generation in the last quarter is down by almost 500 million units as compared to our design energy because of the lower snowfall and the rainfall in January, February, March 2018.
And how are you looking at the current quarter, April, May, June?
April, May, June is also likely to be on the lower side because of the lower snowfall in the winters.
Okay.
And we may be short by almost 5% in our design energy.
You are right. The last, our tender yesterday, which we opened it is $601. And it is confirmed, and within a week there has been an increase of around 27% in alumina prices, because before that the price was 473, and market has moved very steeply.
Okay. What would this do to your revenue growth? If you can give us an idea for FY, for the first quarter itself, year on year, how much might that increase your revenues?
Yeah, right now you see that along with alumina prices also last 6 days, aluminum prices has also made a big jump from $1,967. It has gone to $2,253, which is around 17% growth. So we have little earlier difficulty in aluminum sector, and now with this price will be quite comfortable there. And with comforts in aluminum sector and aluminum making a steep increase, definitely we expect a very good benefit in EBITDA terms.
So, would you be able to, get positive at the EBITDA level on the aluminum business, looking at these kind of price trends?
We expect that it will be positive, EBITDA positive.
By which quarter, sir? By which quarter? Q4 itself or Q1?
Q1, because Q4 is already over. It is Q1 of from April onwards, it is Q1 only.
Okay. So, will you be EBITDA positive on aluminium only for Q1?
Yeah, we expect that if this level of prices goes on, definitely it will become positive.
Okay, okay. Otherwise, for Q4, you could not be EBITDA positive.
Q4, it was probably just on margin it was there.
Okay, okay. Can you give a ballpark idea? I mean, I know is there anything in terms of contracted prices, or can your alumina price reflect the price of the day? Are all your cargoes dependent on spot prices?
Yeah, for the last 1.5 years, we have been following a spot tender system. And last 1 year, whatever contracted things were there, they were over before last year end. Now, the last year, we have been following spot prices. We are making tender, and that is the price. There are no long-term contract now.
Okay. So, approximately how much can the April-June revenues rise over the previous April-June?
It will be a little difficult for me to tell, because ours is a listed company. So I can say that it will be having a significant impact on EBITDA as far as aluminum sector is concerned. As such, aluminum sector, we have been making significant benefits. So both the things will combine, and it will give a definite push to the EBITDA.
So, sir, I have a two-part question for you. One is, obviously price trends are looking fantastic. What about volumes in Q1? If you could give us a quarterly breakup. And also, is this sustainable? $601. How long do you think this can last?
Yeah, one thing is that in a month, in a quarter, we do around 9 to 10 shipments, because alumina we sell around 1.2 to 1.3 million ton. And as far as price is concerned, if standalone, such a high price in alumina will not sustain. But now looking at this aluminum prices making a big jump, and with this USA sanction against Russell's Oleg Deripaski, and likely that sanction is having also ripples in LME. LME has also suspended Russell, and many more related developments are taking place. So we expect that this sort of thing may continue for some time. If that goes on, then aluminium prices are also likely to go beyond this level, whatever is right now there. So these two things right now, market is getting driven by sentiment and shortage. And that's why this price may for some time remain. till the time these issues are getting sorted out, because Alunot issue in Brazil for alumina prices increase, that is likely to continue because Brazilian election are around the corner. And here is the trade action by sanction of USA against Russia. So these two things are not going to be sorted out very soon, but it may continue for some time. That may sustain. So it will be sustained by sentiment as well as by shortage.
Both aluminium and alumina.
Yeah, both aluminum and alumina.
All right. Mr. Chand, pleasure having you with us on the channel. Thank you very much for clarifying. So the bullishness in both alumina and aluminium prices expected to continue, and that could make, or rather will make, Nalco EBITDA positive. Let's just take stock of the market, since we haven't done that in a bit. Prices clearly have bounced back, rebounded, but now finding a bit of a roof at this juncture. We saw the markets gaining about 0.25% from the morning's lows. The Nifty at one point in time was 10,390. We have seen a 25-point jump, but thereafter the markets are stalling at that level. And the Nifty Bank as well, after dipping, after losing its, correcting its early morning losses, has kind of started sliding a bit at this point in time. Maybe it'll be useful to even look at what the bond yields are doing and whether they are having any direct impact on the banking stocks. Just trying to get a bond yield at this point in time. Well, 7.48.
Yeah, so it's continuing to be around 7.48.
48. So, okay, at this point in time, a little bit of profit taking coming into the banking stocks as well. Anything specific in terms of stock price? Continues to be an IT day?
It is an IT day, and you know, there's a lot of buying on a couple of the future group stocks. They've been active of late, and that trend is continuing even now. I mean, look at future consumer. 4% up, future retail 2.5%, enterprises, that entire sort of clutch of stocks is buzzing around. That's continuing to look quite good. And beyond that, you know, Radico Khaitan is on the move again. We've been speaking about these consumption stocks, Lata, for a while. Yesterday was a fantastic day for United Spirits. That trend kind of rubbed off on Radico Khaitan, and this stock is continuing to hold higher ground. But I take your point, it's really IT all the way, whether it's large cap IT or mid cap IT, Tata Elxsi, Hexaware, Mindtree, NIIT Tech. Just some heavy duty buying in anticipation of hopefully what's going to turn out to be a good fourth quarter.
No, actually, when we started trade in the morning, we had only IT stocks firing, or perhaps a couple of auto stocks. But now we are firing on several cylinders, with even ICICI Bank getting added to the list of gainers, not to speak of course, IT and metals, alumina doing well. But we were going to discuss what SEBI is now moving towards. The market regulator has made physical settlement of stock derivatives mandatory, but that will come in a calibrated manner. This move is expected to bring some much-needed balance between the equity, cash and derivative segments. Yogesh Radke, head of quantitative research at Edelweiss Securities, joins us now. Yogesh, a phased approach. Can you give us your first comments on that? Will that actually lessen volumes in the F&O space?
Yeah, hi Lalta, good morning. See, SEBI has touched upon two aspects. One is the enhanced eligibility criteria for introduction of the F&O stocks, and second is the physical settlement in a phased manner. So first, undoubtedly, the enhanced criteria will keep some of the illiquid or the smaller stocks out of the F&O series from coming in. So first part, they have said that the market-wide permittable limit, which was prior 300 crores, now it has been enhanced to 500 crores. Second is the quarter sigma impact cost, which was 10 lakh, has been increased to 25 lakh. And third is that they have introduced this delivery volume in the cash market should be more than 10 crores for the previous 6 months. Prior, there was no such criteria. So these criteria will enhance the quality of the stocks that are going to enter into the F&O and keep the illiquid ones out of the bracket. So that is something is a positive part, which will be like good quality stocks will be introduced into the F&O.
So Yogesh, well, of course, the intent is quite clear, and as you're saying, it should the focus is on quality. Immediately as this is implemented, are we going to see a reduction in the number of stocks available? Are we going to see maybe a slight drop, therefore, in the volumes overall?
Volumes?
Right. So there are two things. One is that on the volume, what is the impact, and second is the number of stocks which are into F&O. So first I will touch upon on the stocks which are currently into FNO. So the stocks which are currently in FNO will be phased-wise moved to physical settlement, and if they don't fulfill those criteria, they will be excluded from FNO.
Yeah.
So the SEBI document what clearly mentions is that the existing FNO contracts, if they do not fulfill the enhanced criteria, the ones which we just spoke about, they will be moved to physical settlement immediately. As per my initial analysis, around 28 stocks could be prone to the moving from the FNO cash settlement to FNO physical settlement.
Okay.
The other part is that
28 out of how many?
the current 200 odd stocks which are there.
Oh, so 10% of the stocks, or even more than 10% of the stocks, 15% could go into physical settlement.
Right.
When does SEBI say it will start this phased introduction?
Yeah, so SEBI has said the circular is well effective from the date when it is released, that is yesterday, but the exchanges will launch the next month, next futures, which is the July month future, only after the expiry of April, and this all will be implemented in the July series onwards. So it's not an immediately in terms of April series will be having a physical settlement. We still have a time frame of 3 months. Also, exchanges will have to gear up themselves for how the processes will happen for the physical settlement, which will take another, like I can say, a week or so, but largely exchanges are equipped to handle all these things. Now, the stocks which are already into FNO and fulfill the enhanced criteria will still be eligible into the cash settlement. And those stocks, if they do not fulfill the enhanced criteria for continuous 3 months time frame, then they will be also moved to physical settlement.
Now, can you share with us those 28 names or some of those names?
Yeah, surely. Another point would like to make clearly that the stocks which we are right now seeing, they may again be eligible to be into the cash settlement because we still have 3 months duration.
So
but couple of names which can be come out as just alphabetically I am speaking. There's no priority on that front. Ajanta Pharma, Allahabad Bank, Andhra Bank, Balrampur Chini, and so on and so forth. The last like Wokhard also is there, which could be. So these are the list of stocks which are as per the criteria not fulfilling, which may go physical settlement. Another part is that they have said that physical settlement, the stocks which are moved, if they do not fulfill the old criteria for continuous 3 months duration, or after 1 year they do not fulfill the enhanced criteria, they will be excluded from the FNO. And eventually all the stocks of FNO in the phased and calibrated manner would be moving to physical settlement. Now the important part is that it's when we say physical settlement, it's not that the contract what you buy or sell during the expiry is also going to get physical settled. The contracts which are going to get expired, only those are physical settled. We see in the Indian markets around 85% of the rollovers happen, 15% are only prone to the expiry which is there.
And therefore they will require physical settlement. Got that point, Yogesh. Thanks very much for joining in and explaining that to us. With that, it's a wrap on Bazaar. Markets holding up, smart pullback from the early opening lows.